Good morning, sunshines. I thought today it would be a great day. It's Friday, and it's been one of those things where, I had a rough morning this morning. My daughter had a little meltdown before school. It was very difficult, but here we are, and it is freaking Friday, so yay. I thought today would be a super fun day for us to do something different, something fun, and I hope you guys are cool with it because I could really use a laugh today. So I thought it might be fun to do worst pickup lines ever today, huh? What do you think about that? Let me know. So, while I'm getting my chat pulled up here, let me just remind you that my name's Angie Atkinson, and on this channel, I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse and toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So, if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and let's get going. All right. Good morning, Miss Jamie Ritchie. Good morning, Barbara. Good morning, SM. SM says, hello, everyone. How are you all? Angie, the friend who returned from, I don't see the rest of that one. All right, hold on a minute. My zodiac sign, try and stop me, mate, is Pisces. Okay. Shannon O'Brien says, hello, everyone. Hope you're having a fabulous Friday. Malta welcomes everyone and offers technical advice for those who are hearing, not hearing or seeing the stream. Try and stop me, mate, says, good morning. And good morning, Miss Jamie Beaches says, good morning, beautiful Angie. Morning, beautiful people. And oops, I lost my spot. Okay. Let me find it. Tommy D's in the house. Hey, Tommy D. He says, morning. Oh, David H is here. Good morning, David H. So our police detective, everybody, if you guys need police questions answered today. Shell Soul's in the house, and she says, TGIF peeps. Exactly. Same page. Good morning, everybody. Okay, let's see here. We have Rena Domingo in the house. She says, good morning. Rose Hargrove says, hi, Angie. Hey, Rose. How you doing, honey? Shannon says, Angie, you suggested to me that the video you made about talking to children. I've searched on all the kids' words I can think of, but have not been able to find it. Could you please tell me the title? Yes, I will try to remember to do that. I cannot look it up right now because we're doing this live stream, Shannon, but if you would hit me up afterward or remind me at the end of our stream today, I will definitely do that. Christy Banner says, good morning. Good morning, Miss Christy. Shelly Thomas says, hey, guys. Hey, Shelly Thomas. Welcome back. Jeff Parks says, that's a good one. Okay. Jeff Parks is getting us started with the bad pickup lines. He says, you got any Indian in you? No? Well, you want some? That's a good one. I like that. All right, let's see. Sabrina Gilliam is in the house. Hey, Sabrina. She says, good morning. It's Friday. Woot, woot. Renee Goodell's here. She says, good morning. Cindy Minton is here. She says, good morning, y'all. Oops. Where were I? Okay. Shannon says my kids are 9 and 12. Okay, good. All right. I have a 9 and 13-year-old right now and a 20-year-old. Jillian says, hi. He says, so does this make you my girlfriend now? He said, where you been all my life? I thought it was cute and endearing, but now I know it's because he wasn't really relationship savvy. That's legit. Yep. That's a bad pickup line. Elizabeth Gregory says, good morning. Good morning, Miss Elizabeth. Barbara says, just wanting to say not feeling very positive today. My highs have turned to lows and depression has really set in. I'm feeling weak and I want to contact the supply of her family member to ask why. Well, Barbara, I don't know if that would be very effective, but it is definitely something you could consider doing. I think that it would cause you more pain than not. Let me know what would be the purpose of that for you. Justin Alexander says, prayers for Texas Gulf Coast. Morning from Texas. Good morning. I don't think I'm up to date on what's happening there, Dustin. I'll have to look it up unless you want to share some information, my friend. Ms. Lily says, good morning. Good morning, Ms. Lily. Prakara07 is here, says, good morning, Angie. Since narcissists are permanent, what is the personality type they're most compatible with and whom can they not or rather will not harm? Good question. I don't think there's anyone that they wouldn't necessarily be open to harming. I think it depends on their situation, who they've been codependent with in their lives. Sometimes they're very loyal to their mother or their father or someone who was a primary narcissist in their lives. The personality type they're most compatible with is debatable. I think that they would be most compatible with someone who would submit to their desires and their needs. So I would say someone who is passive, but that person would also be relentlessly abused by a narcissist because they wouldn't stand up for themselves. So that's what the narcissist would want, but at the same time, the narcissist would resent that in a person, which is ridiculous but true. Rena Domingo says 3 months no contact. Congratulations, Rena. But there are still days when it's hard to get up from bed and so much things running around in my mind: confusion, anger, regret, hate. Is that normal to feel? Yes, it's normal. It will get better. You have to keep intending for it to improve. Acknowledging it is important, and that's a big important part of recovery, is acknowledging your feelings, because during your relationship with that person, chances are you were required to keep your feelings in a small box and not actually do anything to not actually express your feelings. And so expressing them, acknowledging them, this is normal. 3 months no contact, it's still going to be kind of raw, but you need to start to move toward living your life the best way that you can, because really the best revenge is living well without the narcissist, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay, Jamie's got one. She says, it's not the worst. I actually think it's cute. She says, the guy says, bet you can't wait until tomorrow. The girl says, why? What's tomorrow? The guy says, because you get better looking every day. I like that one. I think it's cute, Jamie. Oops. What's it doing? Okay. Barbara says, why is she doing this? What is her ammo? Why couldn't she just stay away? What is she doing, Barbara? Are you talking about the one who's with your ex? Malta says, good morning to Jamie, me, and Jamie B, and David, and everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Mr. Malta. SM says, went to India for divorce. Her ex-narc is stalling the divorce. She's had to leave in 2 months and has high blood pressure. He is intentionally doing so as not paying alimony and the profits from the house selling. I'm trying to see what SM was saying here. Oh, the friend who returned from India. Okay. So tell me what you're, are you asking for advice for her, SM? Let me know. Hope Bradford is in the house. Hope Bradford says, good morning. Mavis says, I cut my narc son off. Hey, Mavis. I cut my narc sis off because she keeps reminding me of the narc. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, group. Mavis, I totally feel you, my friend. Absolutely. And I think that was probably a smart choice, even though it was probably not an easy choice. Tina Martin says, good morning, peeps. Has anyone noticed that Angie looks like the Criminal Minds girl? I actually made a video about that, because a long time ago, because so many people would say that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Tommy D has a good one. He says, did you just fart? Because dang, girl, you blow me away. I like that, Tommy. That's really good. Okay. Wait a minute. I lost my spot. Okay. Let's see. Magenta's here. Good morning, Magenta. Jillian says, good morning. Good morning, Miss Jillian. Nadia's back, everybody. Hey, Nadia. How you doing? We missed you, honey. I hope you're doing well. Shannon O'Brien says, okay, if I send an email about it, Shannon, yes, absolutely. Malta says, good morning, Jillian. Mandy Lewis is in the house. She said, hi, Angie. It's a good morning. That is wonderful news, Miss Mandy. Welcome to our little chat, our little tribe. A Lever in the house. This is one of our amazing admins. Hey, Amy. Hi, Angie and group. She says, Christy Banner's here saying, I'm getting spied on and trespassers, as well as a multitude of blocked calls. I have less than a week before I leave. I have a feeling this is going to escalate. Christy, are you safe? And if you're not safe, David H., do you have advice for her for staying safe? Could you leave when they aren't aware you're leaving? Could you sneak out early? Let me know your thoughts. Bonnie says, fabulous Friday. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Bonnie. Welcome back, my love. Try and stop me, mate says, here's another good pickup line. Did you come out of the fridge? Because I want to eat you up, trying to be cheesy. I like it. I like it a lot. Jamie B. Nadia says, hey, hun. Jamie says, ew, Tommy. Literal Best is here. Hey, Literal Best, we missed you. How you doing, honey? Jamie says, Nadia, I've missed you. Jeff Park says, Angie, I filed police reports with the videos. They were shocked as well. Oh, yeah, Jeff. She says, I can't see my kids unless I sign them over to her today. Not happening. Yeah, she can't say that. She has no authority to say that. So whatever the court papers say, that's what she has to go with, whether she likes it or not. And I definitely would not sign my kids over if I were you. Yeah. It is shocking. The police, the videos were shocking, Jeff, and for the video that I saw, and I definitely was really upset for your children, and I heard you expressing the same. So Freedom Lee says, good morning. Hey, Freedom Lee. How you doing, honey? Good morning, Angie and survivors. Heading to work, but listening in. Love that. Thank you, ma'am. Jillian says, he said, oh, I already read that one. I must have accidentally gotten all switched up somehow. Okay. Let's see. Malta says, good morning to Amy. Nadia says, Jamie, I've missed you too. Been meaning to reach out to you on Facebook. I'm going through some hard times. Oh, Nadia, I'm so sorry to hear that, honey. Oh, Dustin says hurricane. Oh, I did hear about the hurricane, Dustin. I'm so sorry. I'm having a rough morning. Tammy Kingery is here. She says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tammy. Welcome back, honey. Renee Goodell says, my line that I got, not too original. You haven't aged at all. You were timeless. That's sweet if it's real, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. Malta says to Freedom Lee, he's glad to hear she's listening and hopes she has a wonderful day. Try and Stop Me Mate says to Barbara, please do not contact the supply. They are blinded. Yes, this is absolutely the truth, Miss Barbara. It sucks, but she will have to see for herself how terrible it is. Yeah. And she's only going to believe that you're crazy if you do that. I'm just putting it out there. Check out my videos on that, Barbara. SD says, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miss SD. She says, love and hugs to you all. Back at you, girl. Amy says, good morning, Malta. And Tommy D says, Christy, I'm sorry, hun. 1 week. Keep strong, hang tough. You'll make it, girl. Absolutely agreed. Jillian has big hugs for Malta. Malta says, good morning to Tammy Kingery. And Mandy Lewis says, my ex used the line, my narc ex used the line, they're not you, duh, they're other women. Oh. Nadia says the OOP, the order of protection hearing, was again this past week. Judge almost granted unsupervised visits. My lawyer fought. Now he gets supervised, but with one friend of mine and one of his. And Wednesday they violated it. Oh no. Is your daughter okay, Nadia? Literal Best says, sorry, did you say narcissists are loyal to other narcissists? No, they're not. I mean, sometimes to their mothers or their fathers, but that's about it. Jeff Park says narcissists are most compatible with empaths. Up to a point, that's true. And it's because empaths are like hardwired to react to strong emotion. We can't help it. We just, if somebody around us is crying, we're like, how can we stop you from crying? What can we do to make you feel better? If somebody around us is angry, we're like, let us soothe you. Let us help you feel better. We jump, and it's not even, it's like intrinsic for us. And narcissists see that and they go, ooh, I can manipulate that. And that's what they do. I think that they think they're most compatible with us, and they are, except that it ruins us in the process. We are not most compatible with them, but they certainly are most compatible with us, as far as they want someone who will react to their emotions and take over. This is weird. I keep hearing someone talking, but I'm not actually seeing. I think I'm on mute here. Okay, anyway. Okay. What is that sound I'm hearing? Okay. Okay. Hope Bradford says narcs and cluster B will harm everyone, but it's who will stop them from harming them, or how long they can keep a victim, meaning how long you'll take it. Yeah, absolutely. Sabrina Gilliam says, Angie, I would like to set up a session with you. How do I go about doing this? Sabrina, you can go to queenbeing.com and just do it through where you will see schedule a session or book a session, or you can go to narcissisticabuserecovery.online, or you can send me an email and I'll have my office manager reach out to you and set it up. Try and Stop Me Mate says, how can I stop being codependent? That is a very good question. It begins with learning to love yourself. That's where it starts. It is a day-to-day thing. It's learning to depend on yourself. It's learning that no matter what, you will always figure out the answer and you will make everything okay one way or another. It's realizing that you're capable, that you're strong enough, that you can make things happen in the way that you do. I mean, think about all the problems you've solved up to this point. See, the narcissist teaches you to be dependent and codependent because they teach you that you aren't capable of making decisions. You aren't capable of getting things done by yourself. You can't do things that you need to do to survive. And that's none of that is true. That's just all part of the narrative they've given you about yourself that is false. Squeakerwood says, "Good morning. I need to counsel with you." All right, Squeakerwood. Same thing that I told Miss Sabrina. You can do this by going to queenbeing.com and clicking on the coaching page or button. You can also go to narcissisticabuserecovery.online and do it that way. Nadia says, "I was in the car in the back and saw that he snuck on the side of the building and he had our daughter in his car alone. His friend was behind in his car. If I wasn't out, I wouldn't have seen." Oh my God, honey. Is your daughter okay? Tommy D says, "Haha, Jay, maybe she did say the worst lines, right?" Yep, I sure did. Worst pickup lines. Hurricane Harvey headed toward Corpus Christi. Gulf of Louisiana will also receive a tremendous amount of rain. That's crazy. Jillian says, "Sorry, didn't see my other message post." Oh, that's okay, Jillian. Nadia says that is not a supervised visit. He could have said or done anything to her in the car alone. I told his friend that is a violation of the order. His friend was like, "Oh, he won't hurt his daughter." Of course. That's what his friend is going to say because he's a flying monkey. Christy Banner says, "I have a bond condition on him. However, that doesn't seem to faze him. I'm going to ask for an order of protection." Good. Bonnie says, "My narc husband has had 2 major rage attacks 2 days ago. He won't acknowledge them or apologize. It's like he has amnesia." I've seen that too. That's actually an interesting concept, the amnesia of it all. It's like they pretend like it never even happened. It's quite crazy. Nadia says, "I told him, yes, he has done things. That's why he needs supervised visits. I was livid." I feel you. Luby Elizabeth says, "I don't know if you saw that I have a sister and a husband that are narcissists." I think I did see that, Luby. I think I remember that from before. Hope Bradford says, "My ex." Hope Bradford. Wait a minute. Sorry. Hope Bradford says, "My ex cluster B really despises me because all he tried to do, the one thing he didn't achieve was breaking me." I love that. She said, "I never lost myself, nor would along with his ish. It was World War X in our house." Oh my gosh, honey, I totally feel you. And I'm proud of you for not falling for it because I know that's really easy to do. SD and I wish everyone in the path of Harvey safety and well-being. Yeah, I did see that on the news this morning. And again, I'm sorry, I'm having a rough morning. I'm kind of tired, I guess. Nadia says, "Now we have to call him FaceTime every day with daughter. Hearing his voice makes me sick. He is prodding her for information and trying to control us. Open the window, eat eggs, stay away from the cat poo." Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's clearly, yeah, you're exactly right. He's trying to keep controlling you. Just keep gray rocking, Nadia, because pretty soon he won't have any control anymore. Yeah. Tommy D has a good pickup line, a bad pickup line. He says, "I hear you're looking for a stud. Well, I got the STD, girl. All I need is you." I like that one. That's good. Jillian has a bad pickup line. "Do you have any naked pictures of yourself?" Next question. Why do you want to buy some? Oh, do you want to buy some naked pictures of yourself? That's a terrible one. Living Kintsugi says, "Angie, what is an example of something I can say to the narc when I catch him in the act of gaslighting the kids? When I state we do not do that, he immediately blames me for something else." Oh, that's a good question. One of the things that I think is most effective with this is to remind, especially if the children are his, is to say something to him like, "I know that you love your kids and you don't want them to be, tormented or negatively affected for the rest of their lives by your behavior. So stop that." be careful not to dress him down too much in front of the kids, but remind him that he loves the children. Remind him that, he's a better father than that, something like that. Try to pull him aside to do that if you can, but if you must say something during, you can always try changing the subject, or you could, it sounds to me like what you're doing is similar to what I've done in the past, to kind of throw yourself under the bus in order to get him off the kids and onto you. So maybe you want to, just like I said, point out, I know you love your kids and you didn't mean to say it like that. Could you please, and then say, well, kids, what your dad meant was ABC or whatever. Maybe try that. Or maybe just turn to the kids and say, your dad loves you. He's just having a hard time right now. What he really meant to say was this. Is that a possibility? Let me know. Because they always want to hear, that you think positive things about them. They always want to hear approval from you. So the best way that you can do that is to kind of turn it around and remind them that they love their kids. I don't know if that's helpful or not. And I don't know that they love their kids the way they should either, but they need to think that they do, Okay. Jeff Park says, ha, Tommy. Luby says, my sister has turned my parents and brother against me, is trying to turn my grown kids against me. That is horrible, Luby, and I'm so sorry. One of the things that you can do there is to keep talking to your kids, keep letting them know the truth, and don't allow them, don't allow your sister or your parents or your brother to negatively affect any further your relationship with your kids by just being real, straight up with them, being honest with them, giving them your true self, your truth, sharing with them what you know about the situation. I mean, they're adults. You can be straight up with them and say, look, this is what I think we're dealing with here. I love you guys. I don't want to see anybody come between us. Please always talk to me before you believe anything that these people say, because XYZ story. You know what I mean? What do you think about that? Is that a possibility? Tammy Kingery says, gross, Tommy. That's great. Living Kintsugi says he doesn't deny the things he said, though. Okay, well, that's a good start. Could he... Would it be possible for you to rephrase or redirect those things, Living? Renee Goodell says, interesting observation in the span group last night. A member noticed that we are all beautiful, handsome, or striking in some way. I agreed with her. Why is that, Angie? Oh, very good question. Here's the thing, you guys. Narcissists don't pick losers. They don't. They're not interested in ugly, stupid people. They want intelligent, attractive people. It's a fact, because they see you, remember, as an extension of themselves. I also think narcissists always want to go, a level or two above themselves. I think they're always looking for someone a little better than them, even though they try to rip you down to their level. Certainly, that's the truth. I have not ever spoken to a client or had anyone that I've dealt with who wasn't incredibly intelligent, incredibly aware, and attractive. It's true. And that has to say something about each of you in this room today, just a thought. I totally agree with you, Renee. I totally agree with the person that noticed it. And I've said it before. It's the truth. Yes. Magenta says, Tommy, you're killing it. Tommy D, STD, gross. Yeah, that was a joke. Everybody, just in case you missed it, because we're actually supposed to be having fun today. Nadia says, my soon-to-be ex-narc husband was never good with words. He never had a pickup line. He did used to call me his boo-boo and talk to me in a baby, excuse me, in a babyish voice like I was a child. Been there, girl. Been there. Amy says, what is the best avoidance tactic for studying? Studying while you're dealing with a narcissist? I would say gray rock and ignoring them, or moving into a different room, or leaving the house to study. Is that what you mean? Malta says to me, regarding yesterday's question about the narc filing false reports, my father filed false reports saying I was uttering death threats, smoking weed, and sleeping with my mom. Holy crap, Malta, that's horrible. Whoops, wait a minute. Malta. Okay, I lost my place. Bear with me, guys. I hate when I do this. Oh, Literal Best, thank you. Literal Best, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And of course, I remember you. You have a great name, and we've talked quite a few times. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Where is Malta. All right, here it goes. Wait, Malta. I'm going to find it. I'm just going to search it because I've lost my spot entirely. Here we go. Okay. Malta, good morning. Sorry, guys. I'm having a moment here. Okay, I got it. All right. So Malta says, he even tried to call. If it wasn't for my mom being a witness, then today I would have a criminal record. Malta, that is horrible. It really sounds awful. You know, I know some of you guys know that I had false reports filed against me as well with CPS, and obviously they came to my home and found out everything was fine, and everything is fine. But this is dangerous what these people do. And thank goodness your mother was a witness for you, because wow, that's a horrible thing. Well, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. Amanda Jackson says, I'm glad that you managed to be not convicted of anything, because that's really incredibly unhealthy of your father. He's got issues. See, this is an example of how a narcissistic parent becomes jealous of their same-sex child. This happens often. Sometimes it's the opposite sex child as well, but it's especially true with a narcissist and a same-sex child for some odd reason. Okay. Malta says, oh yeah, I already read that. Okay. Amanda Jackson says, I had to light my narc up on Facebook. I'm sorry I exposed him and I'm done. Well, I don't blame you. Sometimes you have to do that, but just be prepared for any fallout that might happen. I would definitely be blocking him and anyone who might be a flying monkey for him at this point. Amy says, watching Angie live. Hey, girl, hey. Jamie B says, oh, and I'm almost 100% convinced that I'm some type of low-level narc. Girl, that is, I really don't think that's it. Okay. I want to say something, first of all. Everybody on the planet is a narcissist, okay? And I don't mean a toxic narcissist. What I'm saying is everybody on the planet has self-interest. Narcissism, at its very basic core meaning, is self-interest, okay? We have to have self-interest in order to get up in the morning, get out of bed, get dressed, put some clothes on, go to work, do all the things we do. If we didn't have self-interest, we'd all just lay there and be blobs and we'd be dead before we even made it out the door. So understand that narcissism up to a point is healthy. In fact, I've made videos on that topic exactly, healthy narcissism versus unhealthy narcissism. What we're talking about when it comes to a toxic narcissist is someone who, we have all these little things that we can define them with, but ultimately, I think the tipping point of a toxic narcissist is empathy. They have it or they don't. If they don't have it, they're toxic. There's lots of other little signs and red flags, but that is what separates a narcissist of a toxic variety from all the other people. Empathy or lack thereof. And Jamie B, we all know that you have empathy, my love. Amanda Jackson says, hi, Angie and all. Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing? Wally says, worst pickup line, you look more beautiful than me. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Christy Banner says, really? Did you just fart? I did not. That was a pickup line from Tommy, everybody. Renee Goodell says, everyone has a beautiful soul. I think everyone rocks in the tribe. I totally agree. SM says, I'm helpless because I don't know how to help her. Oh, I see. Jillian, she's in her shelter home and has free legal aid, but because she is stalling, she needs to now pay for fees and she has no money and can't work here. How much does she need to pay? What's the situation? Is there some... Can you tell me more about that, SM? Magenta says, good to see you, Nadia, and waves. Wally says, worst pickup line. Can I put my face into your... Yep, that's a bad one. Jamie B, you always... What makes you think that? Tina Martin says. Malta says, one more. He tried to say that I assaulted him, then tried to call 911 as I reminded him that my blood from his attack is all over the carpet. And then he raged again from his as he disengaged. Malta, you have been through hell, and I'm so sorry. I'm so glad that you're no contact now. I'm so sorry that you've been through that. I'm so sorry. I'm so glad that you are away from him and that you're not allowing him to abuse you anymore. Are you and your mom still close? Jamie says, a man in my support group asked the group about this line to a female employee. What time do you get off? Or should I say, when do you want to get off? All the girls just yelled, no, 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 just don't. Yeah. Nadia says, Magenta, hello. Tommy Renee says, Tommy D, you were cracking me up with the one-liners. Tommy D says, here's one that's not so ugly. I'm sad I lost my teddy bear. Do you think you can help me? That's funny. Jeff Parks says, here's a way to shut up a narc. Tell them, you turned out just as worthless as your parents always feared. Ooh, swear to God, they will whimper off into another room and plot a new attack. Very interesting. Malta says, cheesy pickup lines. Excuse me, you've dropped your smile. Christy Beamer says, I lost my phone number. Can I have yours? Nice. Magenta says, Jeff Parks, good one. Johnny B. Good says, hi, everybody. I know this is a narc channel. Can you please tell me a channel for people who are in a relationship with BPD? BPD is similar to narcissism in certain ways, but are you talking about bipolar? Or are you talking about, what are you talking about? Borderline? Linda Welch. Hey, Linda, welcome back, honey. She says, good morning, Angie, Jamie, Malta, and Tribe. Magenta says, LOL, Christy. Let's see. Shannon O'Brien says, I'm now thinking part of the problem with explaining to kids is affected by old message of my narc mom that my communication was never good enough. Increasing my self-esteem is in order. Absolutely. Absolutely, my friend. Self-esteem is important, and I would definitely work on getting strong so you can talk to your kids before she gets too far along with her stupid campaign. Tammy says, not wanting to share this, but I hope it might save someone else. I was very close to taking my life last night. I was at my lowest low. I called a friend and thank God talked me out of it. Tammy, that's horrible. I've been, well, I'll be really honest with you. Until I found out I was pregnant with my first child, I always thought suicide was in my back pocket. And as a plan in case the life got too hard. Then when I got pregnant, I realized that was no longer an option because I would never want to be that person who left her children that way. Tammy, I hope you're okay today. I'm so sorry that you've gone through this. I hope you're not still considering this, and I hope that you get some help if you need it. If you're to that point where you're ready to give up on everything, you've got to get some help so that you can get over this hump and get on with your life. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Libby says, sorry, Angie, didn't say good morning first because I was not sure you were live. Still have a hard time knowing when it's live. Thank you so much for all of your videos. They really help so much. I'm so glad to hear that, Libby. I really am happy to hear that it's helpful for you, and thank you. Okay. Shannon O'Brien, wait, did I miss something? Oh, I see that. Okay. Tammy, Libby. I feel like I'm missing Christy's stuff. I'm not seeing it anywhere. Johnny B. Good says, going through a tough time with the breakup, really hating life right now. Laura Curley says, my boyfriend is so crazy. He's literally gaslighting me. Okay, wait a minute. Johnny B. Good, I'm so sorry that you're going through the tough time with the breakup. Stick with us. Honestly, I think that anyone who's in a relationship with someone who treats them like they don't matter and without empathy understands and is welcome here and can get benefit from this. And I've talked about BPD on my channel several times. Johnny, if you'd like to look into that as well. Laura Curley says, my boyfriend is so crazy. He's literally gaslighting me hardcore right now. He says he hates me and doesn't like me, tells me to shut the fuck up. Shut the F up right before I fall asleep, then wakes up acting. Acting like nothing happened. All right. That's really messed up. Are you thinking about leaving, Laura? Are you trying to stay with him? I'm just curious. David H. says to Christy Banner, David H. remembers our Florida police detective, says, Christy Banner, if you see someone spying on you or you have trespassers, call the police right away. He says, as far as the blocked calls, if you don't know the number, there's not much you can do. Just send, oops. I thought I said, just send them to voicemail. And if you know who is on the voicemail, call the police. Okay. Literal best. I'm glad to hear that you're doing better. Can you tell me more how you're doing? Are you getting through? And of course, I'll still remember you, like I said. Okay. Rhonda, like a phoenix. Oh, great name. Says first time here. Glad to join this group as I try to recover from narc abuse. Welcome, Rhonda. I love the name like a phoenix, rising like a phoenix. That's beautiful. Welcome. I'm happy to have you as part of our tribe. David H. Okay, I already said that one. Okay. Misty Trinkle in the house says hi, Angie hugs. Hey, girl. Hey, how you doing? Magenta says, Tammy, I'm so glad you changed your mind. Glad you reached out. Glad to see you today. Ditto, ditto, ditto. Laura Curley says it was my birthday last week and he ruined it by breaking up with me. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Happy late belated birthday. And I'm going to say this to you, even though it's probably not something you want to hear right now, but in a way, maybe that was the best birthday gift you could have ever gotten. You're a very attractive woman. You have plenty of time to heal yourself and move forward and maybe get with someone who will treat you like you deserve to be treated. Is it something that you could think about? Just a thought. Okay. I always, I understand the pain of going through this, but I also understand the benefit of going through this, because not only can you re-examine yourself and your life and decide who you want to be, but you can also stop being abused. You can stop going through the constant misery that you go through when you're with one of these people. Something to consider. Something to consider. Okay. Nikki Smith says, hello, I've met with the police and DHS several times this week about arsenic. Oh my God. I'm glad that you're in a safe house. Her 4-year-old's hair sample has arsenic in it because apparently her narcissist may have been poisoning her baby. That is awful, Nikki. I'm so sorry. I wish that, I know it's overwhelming, but girl, you're doing the right thing. You're in a safe house with your child. You will not be killed. Your child will not be killed. These are important things. That is crazy. That is beyond narcissism, in my opinion. We're talking about a psychopath or a sociopath here, because I don't know anyone who would actually do that to a child who isn't mentally deranged. That is outrageous. I can't even imagine doing that to someone I hated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even. Ms. Lily says, worst pickup line. Good one. Here we go. You're too sweet to get wet. You'll melt. And you reply, yeah, we witches learn to stay dry after the event. And I love that. That's fabulous, Ms. Lily. That's great. Tammy Kingery says, living with a narc father, adult son, and 12-year marriage to when I'm becoming the empty shell. Tammy, I've been there. I've been the empty shell. But when you get to that place where you're ready to literally end your life, maybe it's time to take some real serious, drastic action. Get your kid and get out. Can you do that? Is there anywhere you can go? Do you have a friend who would let you stay there for a while? Let me know. I'm so sorry, sweetie. Johnny B. Good says, I believe she's trying to friend zone me as she's telling me what she's been up to. She still wants to hang out from time to time, but I don't know if she's testing me. Don't let her friend zone you. That's not gonna, that never works. And if she friend zones you, what that's really called is backup supply in case she needs anything. So yeah. Nikki Smith says, I'm supposed to speak to another officer today. I'm hoping this goes somewhere. Nikki, my fingers are crossed for you, and I'm keeping you in my thoughts. I feel seriously worried for you. Try and stop me, mate, says Miss Lily's funny. Yeah, that's for sure. Tommy D says, thank you for sharing that, Tammy. I know how hard and painful that is. I've had suicidal thoughts too. Do not listen to those people. They are lies. Hang tough, Tammy. You're doing great. Yeah, for sure. Stay strong, my friend. Laura Curley says it really ruins us. Absolutely, it does. Yeah. Louie Lee says, thank you, Angie, for your very educational videos. They've helped me with understanding the narcs in my life. My pleasure, my friend. Malta says, Johnny, be good. I feel for you. I'm glad you've chosen to join us this morning, as am I. Amy Lever says, do not give up, Nikki. I agree. Jessica Rangel in the house. Hey, girl. Hey. She says, guess who had to go to one parenting class before starting overnights with the kids? All he could talk about was the fact that he didn't like my boyfriend and how I should find someone with money. You know what? That is not your problem. You don't even have to worry what he has to talk about, okay? If he doesn't like your boyfriend, that's not your problem, my friend. That's not your problem. Outrageous. Christy Banner says to David, And yeah, those parenting classes, I mean, maybe some people get something out of them. I had to take one when I got divorced, and I was like, everything that they said I already knew. But, um, are they really that helpful? Anybody can go sit in a classroom and wait until the class is over, and whether they learn something or not is a whole other story. Um, how frustrating, Jessica. I can only imagine. Christy Banner says to David, he has sent people over to gather his things. He actually gave them a list and handed it to me. I kept the list. Also, he keeps driving by, like I said. He has a condition of bond. I call the DA. Very good. Very good. Literal Best says one is always taking and the other is always giving in a narcissistic relationship. That's the truth. Nick Bros says, yeah, Angie time. What do you say? Hey. Oh. Wally says, hi, Angie. I love your top today as well as your red and white dot one. Well, thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Tammy Kingery says to Johnny Hugs friend, Big Hugs friend. Try and Stop Me Mate says narcs hang with very vulnerable people and other cluster B people to use them for reputation or to gossip and gang up on other people like a stereotypical mean high school girls. That's the truth. That's very true. Tommy D says if you take your life, the narc wins, for this is their goal. They'll even go out and have your name tattooed on them. This is the truth, Tommy, and suck up all the sympathy supply as the victim. Tammy, if for no other reason, listen to what Tommy just said. That's the truth. If that happens, that narcissist will have enough supply to suck people in for the rest of his life to abuse them. All of those people will. Your father, your spouse, all of those people. For them, and you will be martyred by them for their own benefit. Tommy's absolutely right. Please, Tammy, if for no other reason, don't do it. Use this as your motivation. I want you to have other motivation, but sometimes you take what you can get, and if that's all you can do is not give them the satisfaction of having new reasons to suck up sympathy from people, don't let that be your legacy, my friend. Don't let that be your legacy. You're too important. I want you to get out of there. I do. Tammy Kingery says, yes, literal, they are the takers. Absolutely the truth. Bonnie says, empaths want to fix everything and fix everyone's emotion. I, for one, cannot stand being around ragers like my narc husband. I'm with you, girl. I'm with you. Thank you, Malta, for putting the links there. I appreciate you. Malta has added the links in the chat for the narcissistic abuse recovery.online and queenbeing.com. Thank you. Anne has put my email address. You're awesome, Malta. Thank you. Big hugs to you, my friend. All right. Tommy D, did you decide to go to the funeral? Oh, interesting question, Miss Tina. Tommy D had a rough time with that whole situation. Johnny B. Good says, thanks, Malta. Yeah, life is hell right now. Johnny, you are welcome to stay with us. We are a very accepting, loving group of people. We know how it feels to be rejected and to be abused. And whoever is doing the abusing, all of us have one main goal, and that is to become healthy, to become strong, to become confident enough to never, ever fall for that again. All right. And Literal Best says, Tammy Kingery, it sounds like you had a personal experience with one. Yes, indeed. Tina Martin says, Bonnie, boy, do they rage their butts off. Okay, you guys, I want to read this from David for Christy first, and then we're going to do something funny because I really need a little laughing today. Okay. Christy, David says, if you have a restraining order or a protection order and he's driving by your house, he's in violation. Calling the DA or the police is a wise move. If you can photograph him, that would really help. Good point, David. Thank you, sir. Everybody hear that? If you've got somebody if you've got an order of protection or a restraining order and the person is coming around, take pictures, call the police. Even if you can't take pictures, still call the police, but try to take pictures. Yeah. Magenta says, totally off topic, but Angie, I got that white and wet and wild nail polish. Holy moly, thanks for the tip. It's the best I've used yet, right? It's amazing. It makes your nails grow so well too. And it doesn't, well, mine looks terrible at the moment, but it doesn't come off very quickly. And yeah, I love it. I'm glad it works for you, Magenta. And it's so cheap too, compared to other stuff, and quite honestly, I think it works better than the Sally Hansen stuff, which is like twice the price, but I've got both because it depends on the color I want, Nancy Alton says, my daughter came over yesterday and tried to gaslight me. Progress and victory ended up being mine. Good for you. She said when it didn't work, she had to leave. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. That's amazing. Okay. Tommy D has decided not to go to the funeral. He says it would have been a huge mistake. I was very emotional, but I see clearly now. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. And Amy says, thank you for everything you do. I really needed a good dose of the amazing Angie Atkinson today. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that, Amy. Thank you so much. Okay, people, I'm about to tell you some funny pickup lines really quick. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. All right. Are you a magician? Because whenever I look at you, everybody else disappears. Another one. Would you grab my arm? So maybe I could tell my friends I've been touched by an angel. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Someone should call the police because you just stole my heart. Oh, I don't even want to do that one. That's terrible. Oh, here's a really bad one. Your daddy must be a drug dealer because you're so dope. What time do you have to be back in heaven? Vogue just called. They want to put you on the cover. Is there something wrong with my eyes? I can't take them off you. Oh, let's see here. Hey, girl, hey. I know Klingon, and tonight I'm going to cling on you. No? Your eyes are blue like the ocean, and baby, I'm lost at sea. No? Was your dad the king for a day? He must have been to make a princess like you. No? Oh, boy. Your lips look so lonely. Would they like to meet my lips? All right, I'm going to stop. Wait, one more. Hey, wait. There's something wrong with my cell phone. It doesn't have your number in it. No? Okay. My shirt would look so great on your bedroom floor. No? Okay, that's what I got for you today. All right, let's see. Tommy D says, thanks, Tina. And Magenta says, oh, Tommy, hold on. Tina says, good job. Magenta says, Tommy, I'm glad you didn't go for it. Kudos for putting you first. Everybody says, Tommy says, thank you. Deanna Stadola is in the house. She says, good morning, Angie. I'm so nervous to tell my narc husband that I want a separation. I've gone to the lawyer and told him. It seems he avoids it, like it will be swept under the rug. Your thoughts? You're saying the lawyer avoids it? Or are you saying your husband avoids it? I would just, okay, first of all, a separation, I don't know what state you're in, but I found when I was getting my divorce that a legal separation almost was pointless because it's basically you have to go through all the same things you do with divorce. So, okay. I would be interested in hearing what Jillian has to say and what David H. has to say on this, but my feeling is that, so nervous to tell me, are you saying, so you went to the lawyer and you told him you went to the lawyer and he's avoiding it like it will be swept under the rug. Certainly he doesn't want it. He doesn't want the separation. He doesn't want the divorce. He wants to continue as you have been going because you must be an amazing source of supply for him. So Deanna, you're just going to have to suck it up and say, this is what I'm doing. I'm leaving or you're leaving or whatever, and go to the lawyer, get all your stuff together and just go for it. That's my opinion. The less he knows until you're ready to roll, the better at this point, because obviously he doesn't want to deal with it. He doesn't want to have to give you up and give up your supply and all that stuff. I don't know if that's helpful at all, but that's where I'm at with that. Yep. All right. Tammy says to literal, honey, unfortunately several. I've had a sign on my head, psychopaths, water, not anymore. Good for you. Sarah Lee in the house says, hi all. Hey, Sarah Lee. Hey, Sarah Lee, how you doing? Let's see here. Tommy D says, thanks, Magenta and everyone. Y'all kept me strong and perception. You guys provide. So thanks all. I love it. I love it. Tommy D, I love it. Tina Martin says, Angie, did you ever get my apartment question email? I saw, maybe, was it all in caps, Tina? I may have seen that. Let me know. I'm trying to keep up with all of them. I get so many and I try to keep up with all of them. Tammy says wanted. Oh, Shannon O'Brien says, oh yeah, the amnesia, so crazy. Either it's an outright lie or they tell themselves and believe. I have seen, okay, you guys, narcamnesia. That sounds like a great topic for a video. I have seen that same thing. I've seen narcamnesia used as not only a way to deny what they've done, but also a way to beef up what they've done. It's an outright liar. They tell that they literally believe their own lies sometimes. Would you guys agree? Yeah, I'll do a video on that. I think that's a really important topic. Let's see. Bonnie says, I think narcamnesia for their outrageous behaviors because they are sometimes part psychopathic. I think that's true. Not all narcissists are psychopaths, but all psychopaths are narcissists. Sarah Lee says, good morning, Malta. I hope you're well. Tommy D says, these things want you dead. Hard to believe, but nothing less than true. Yeah, I've actually heard narcissists say it would have been so much better if this person that left me just died. So know that. That's a horrible thing to say, but that's what they've said. I've heard it. Malta says, Sarah Lee says, Malta getting there one step at a time. Very good, very good. Johnny B. Good says, I've missed a lot of work, haven't slept well, going through extreme amounts of anxiety, which I'm going through life by habit right now. So I've done that, where you just kind of go through the motions and nothing's good and everything's just, you're getting through the day. Johnny B. Good, that's a sucky way to be. So my advice to you, my friend, is to put an end date on that. Let yourself do it as long as you need to, but don't go too far because you will become numb and you will become unable to function in your life. So I like a weekend, maybe this weekend, maybe on Monday, you could decide that you're going to stop just going through the motions and start living again. You probably need to acknowledge all the pain that your person put you through, and you need to kind of forgive the person, even if they don't deserve it. I like to write a letter to do that. Let me know if you need more information. Sarah Lee says, thanks, Malta. Tina Martin says, Bonnie, car rides with mine were the worst. We went hiking once on a overnight trip, and he raged all through the forest on the drive home. I thought I was going to die or go insane. I hate that. I hate that, being stuck with them when they're raging. That's the worst. I totally feel you. Oh, Ms. Lily says, I slowed communication with my narc mom. Now my sister is not talking to me, only 1 or 2 words. I know in my heart it's because of my choice to cut my mom off, but I can't prove it. Don't even worry about it, Ms. Lily. Don't let her treat you that way. If she wants to have 1 or 2 words to say to you, you have 0 or 1 words to say to her. Don't let this be the thing that breaks you. Don't. It's not worth it, my friend. Shannon O'Brien says, Tommy D, yes, so sad that winning is everything. Yeah. Muffy Lewandowski in the house. She says, good morning, my peeps. Good morning, Malta. And Angie for taking more of your advice, hitting the road for a surprise trip to South Carolina for the week. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Muffy. Pray everyone's well. That's wonderful news. Thank you so much. Literal Best says, Tammy Kingery, I'm sorry to hear it. I'm so sorry they kept launching onto you. I'm glad you're able to be right by you and not let those toxic people stay in your life anymore. Totally agree with you. I want her to not let those toxic people. I feel like she's stuck, and I really don't want that for her. Tammy, Jamie be sending you prayers, positive vibes, and huge hugs this morning. If you ever need someone to talk to, vent to, whatever, Jamie was there for you. Please, I'd be honored to be your friend. I love how you guys support each other in this group. It means so much to me. You are helping me when you help your members in this group, the other people here, because it is my goal, it's my mission in my life to not have anyone ever kill themselves again over a narcissist, to not have anyone ever give up because of a narcissist. It is my mission in my life. You guys, thank you. Okay. Hate when you guys make me cry, though. Luby says, they are starting to say that I'm obsessed with her. Typical. That means I'd step way back if I were you, Luby. Step way back and say nothing else. Make it clear that that is not the case. Okay, you guys, I have to run. It is 10:30. I've got to get to work, do all the things I have to do. I am working on a video for today that will be another one of those silly parody videos. So we'll see how that goes. And I've got lots of good ideas from you today. And I've got another gaslighting video to do. So we'll be very busy with the videos coming very soon. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for being a part of my day and a part of my life. Thank you for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. As far as this chat goes, continue with it until YouTube cuts it off. Please remember that I will be back to read the rest of it. So please feel free to leave me any comments that you may have for me. And I'll see you guys soon. Hugs, love, and doves to all of you today. Peace.